Box here. Today I want to talk about Team of the Week and why myself and the community that I talked about are kind of like not feeling it as much, I guess, this year, or just overall. A lot of reasons we're going to go through maybe I'll just go a brief overview. The card choices used to come out on Monday. Not a full team. No legends. Packs are expensive. Best cards are LTD. Card art stinks. And some of the engagement with the promo isn't great. So we're going to go through all these reasons in the video. I'll go over the cards briefly we're getting today. We'll be live on Twitch only today, FYI. I did a multi-broadcast yesterday, but we're going to work on that a little bit more going forward. I like the angry runs. The issue is like, one of the crux, obviously this is true EA. You're going to get an 82 to log in, and you're going to get 86. But like the 86, they said, is only being your team for a week. Like, it's so weird to me. A card 4 overall lower than the highest cards in the game, we can only get for a week before they take it back down to an 82. Like, I literally don't understand why they're so stingy with an 86 and it has to go down to 82. It's weird to me. But let's talk about that. Here's some of the cards. PJ Locke, you're not going to use them. Douglas, you're not going to use them. Taylor, Hunt, backups on theme teams. Van Noy, Tyrod Taylor. Alokun. This one's a good card because it gets pick artist, 90 speeds, but it's, of course, best card is limited. I will say these cards are decent. Josh Jacobs, not a bad card either, especially with 93 change of direction. He'll feel a little nimble. Jalen Johnson, we finally have a good speed CB, 6 foot, I do believe. And then Christian Kirk here. I don't know why we got 2 Jacksonville Jaguars as top-end cards this week, because Josh Jacobs is the throwback guy. So, Christian Kirk really good too. So anyways, let's talk about Team of the Week as a whole, okay? As an overview. And I feel like the biggest issue with Team of the Week is like the engagement the community has with it. We'll talk about card choices in a little bit. But like the packs are too expensive, right? Because you're going to lose your socks, right? You'll be literally knocked out of them with most of these pack odds, right? 70,000 coins is absurd. So like you can't really pull packs if you want to use your coins and actually like, come out somewhat decent to get the new cards, which is frustrating. You know what's not frustrating? Sponsor for today. Rock Bottom Coins is the #1 place to get your Madden coins. If you make coins for my videos, sell them to Rock Bottom. If you're buying, use my code GUTBOX for 10% off. Also, one other thing things I want to talk about. GutFox V is coming out with a new video later tonight. It took me like weeks to do it. So please go watch GutFox V. Please go sub to the channel. It's okay. I'm just going to say that. Also, members, we are putting out new mini schemes every couple of days here. We put up Ravens. Buffalo is coming next. And I'll probably launch that tonight also here on the channel for members. So anyways, engaging with Team of the Week. It's very frustrating because the biggest solo reward is like you got to wait for Team of the Year for it, right? You get like, some 81 plus or 83 plus. I forgot what the solos are rewarding. The packs are terrible. The best cards are limited, which are expensive. And obviously, like, the 90 overalls are expensive, just from the raw training value. So that's something that you can't really get away. That's a minimum 300K, which is okay, right? Top-end cards being expensive is just the name of the game in MUT and making choices if you're nobody's spent. Obviously, if you're a pay pig like myself on this account, not my nobody spent account, then you can get all the cards regardless. But, like, what I'm trying to say is I think for most people, Team of the Week is boring because there's not a lot of card choices, and the card choices that are there that are like really good are expensive. So you really can't engage with it much on a week-to-week basis. The sets, I know a lot of people have expressed frustration with the sets themselves, the 10 cards to put it in, so they're not really like, there is some profit sometimes in them, but overall they're pricey. Not a lot of actually Team of the Week 87. If you look at the market, on a week-to-week basis, the market's not exactly flooded with them either. So a lot of people pulling packs because of how bad they are, which is very frustrating. So turning coins into cards for the new promo, very frustrating for people. So overall, like, that's one of the biggest problems with it, right? Now let's talk about card choices themselves. It doesn't feel like EA thinks of Team of the Week as a premier promo, right? A lot of the best cards are held out, right? And this is like a theme. I asked the community throughout the whole thing. A lot of people suffering with like the card choices themselves being not a full team. They're not statted very well compared to Legends. They don't give it. They're saving a lot of cards. And obviously the downside We'll talk about the downside of giving too many cards here in a second, but like it is crazy. Like even like former EA employees, Mutt Guru here, not enough cards, not based on the best performances of the week. It's a who needs the card update. So basically like everything we've talked about over the years, it's just kind of true, right? Like top performances not awarded. Like this week, we got a Tyrod Taylor instead of a Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson should be in the promo. Now, the only downside to Lamar Jackson not like being in this promo would be like maybe he's got a card coming with Blitz. Like we've had a Lamar Jackson Blitz a couple years ago. Maybe that's what they're waiting for is Blitz is on its way. But I know the community's expressed frustration with plus ones in the past, but the thing is we have an ability system now. And giving new abilities, you can change the archetype of the card, right? Like the archetype of the card can easily switch, which changes and opens up different things for the abilities. And so, like, there are things you can do now that you couldn't do in the past when you get a premier card. So, obviously, we want more. We want more cards, maybe a whole team, like I think NHL does, and I think FIFA does still. A whole team, a lot of higher-end cards. Like, I don't know how hard the card art is, right? Because, like, I miss the green. Personally, I miss when Team of the Week was green. It was green for, like, forever, but they changed it randomly this year. It's not like the card art is that fire, right? It's just the color, the background of the team, and then a picture of the guy. So it's not like the card art is anything spectacular that they changed it to. I think like the greatest one are like the limiteds, or this limited got it like the Jaguar in the back, and this little thing they copy and paste every week. So like I don't know, it's not like the card art's that difficult or that crazy to change it, and then why they give us so few? So I think like that's the thing is like I feel like it's a perception issue at EA versus the community. The community thinks of this as a premier promo, right? Get upgrades to current day stars that did well. I've seen suggestion, I think Josh said, give one per team that won, right? How hard would that be? It would obviously be difficult, but like how hard would it be to give out, I guess that's 16 cards a week at max. Obviously during the buys, it'd be like 12 to 13 teams. Depending on, I think it's 13 cards a week, 90 overalls. Is that too many? I feel like it's not. I feel like that's not. Maybe people feel like there'd be too many new cards on a week-to-week basis. So I guess it'd be 13 teams, maybe like 690 overalls or more from each team, plus flashback legends, plus flashback player of the week. I think like, obviously as a community, we want more and more and more. At a certain point, it is too much, but I actually don't mind having a wide breadth of players that we can use on a week-to-week basis to like fill in our theme teams, to like have the choice and the opportunity. And obviously at a certain point you get to the thing where like we're just getting stats on a card, it's not an individual player. So like these are hard things for EA to balance, but that's what the money's for. That's what we pay them for, is to balance this and make this more fun. And obviously you'll never successfully make the entire community happy with what you choose to do, but I feel like there is a lot of long-standing issues and issues with Team of the Week this year that kind of rear its head that they could be doing better just based off all this. Specifically what I talked about at the top and some of the card choices. So it's frustrating to get lesser cards and lesser names. Like, no offense to Jacksonville. You are the enemy this week. But they got 2 cards. And Josh Jacobs is a flashback performance, so he doesn't really count. They got 2 cards this week, right? Jacksonville, probably the least popular NFL franchise in the NFL. No offense, Jacksonville fans. I love you, but you are the enemy. And I don't know. It just seems like, obviously I don't want to be like a Cowboys-only promo, but it feels like the card choices weren't very inspired. And I think if you give more card choices with a premier name that does a premier performance like they did, like Lamar, I feel like a lot more people would be satisfied with that. Now, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Just overall, just frustrating from top to bottom for both engagement in the promo and overall. That's it. Let's watch. That's the video. Bye.